I thought Vanessa was going to give me the episode off. I thought Vanessa was going to give me the episode off because I was ready to get into it with Tiff and Mildred. But then Vanessa said, hold my beer, because I got something for y'all at the end of this episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Tammy Talks. We are here to talk The Ultimatum, Queer Love, Season 1, Episode 4, Group Nights Out. If you are still watching me without being subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Y'all, we almost at 13,000 up in here. So y'all go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up the video if you enjoy it. And comment section down below. Let's talk about everything, all right? So we have Ray and Vanessa. They are out at like a tattoo piercing place. So Vanessa wants to get her nipples pierced. I said, of course you do. You ain't got shit else to do, but go ahead, girl. So she wants to get her nipples pierced. She's trying to get Ray to look down her shirt. Ray don't want to. Does Ray like her? Can y'all tell? Because I honestly and truly cannot tell if Ray really likes this girl or what. We know that Vanessa don't really like her. We find that out at the end of the episode. But it's yikes. Yikes, Vanessa, why? Why do I have to do this with you every single episode? My God. So then they take a selfie when she's done. And Vanessa's like, oh yeah, I'm going to send, this one's for Lexi. This is for Lexi. You just want to antagonize this lady. And for what? Because she called you out? Because she called you on your shit? Xander and Yoli. So Xander said that the past few years with Vanessa have stressed her out. Girl, I know it. I know it has. And she said that Yoli only wants the best for her, and the fact that she vocalized it right away has, made her feel another level of like admiration and whatever for her. Mal and Lexi. So Mal feels that Lexi has helped her change her timeline. So she now sees that I don't have to be like the sole provider, right? It doesn't have to be me feeling like I have to pay for everything and do all this. We can grow and build together to build the life that we want with each other. So she said that she even sees her and Lexi leaving there engaged. I just feel like that is such a kick in the face for me to bring you on a show. For me to bring you on a show because you won't commit to marrying me, but for you to be now thinking, damn, I could really see myself engaged to you. Who I know if they watch this back that it is just like, wow. So Sam and Tiff, this is where shit got crazy. It's the next morning and Tiff is cooking or doing something in the kitchen. Sam comes out. It's tense, right? Immediately it's tense. They even had tense music playing. Tiff says she slept on the couch with the dog. She feels like she is compromising the most because Mildred used to let the dog sleep in the bed. Sam said, I'm not Mildred. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm not Mildred. That'd have been the first thing that came out of my mouth. I'm not her. So Tiff feels that her dog is a non-negotiable, okay? Sam said that she would be suffering herself and compromising herself and what makes her happy and what she wants if she were to just kind of bend on everything and compromise for everything and not put herself first, which is also true. Tiff said that she does not want her 12-year-old dog around somebody that doesn't give a shit about them. So Sam was like, I'm not saying that I don't like dogs. What I'm saying is you're just mad I'm not behaving the way that you want me to with this dog. So Sam is really awesome. Look, just because you want me to be all up in arms and doing backflips and playing catch with this damn dog, that's not me. I don't have a problem with the dog being here, but this is also, at the end of the day, this is your dog. This is yours. So then Tiff is in her confessional and said that her dog is more important to her than anything. And then she said that she's not going to treat her dog a certain way because this person doesn't like it. So then they start yelling. Now they're arguing and Tiff is damn near in tears. The fuck are you crying for? Saying that she wants Sam to act like she cares about her dog. Let me tell you this, Tiff. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You are looking for any reason to push this lady away. It's bad enough that she is stuck with you. It's bad enough that she is stuck with you because all the other good women were picked. So now she's stuck with you. Someone that has poor communication. Somebody that does not want to compromise. Somebody that didn't even want to do this with her. So you sitting here yelling about this fucking dog, that big ass husky? No, his big ass can't get in the bed with us at night. Absolutely not. All that hair. No, I'm sorry. Tiff can really take her ass home. Because I don't know who she thought she was or what she thought this is, but she wouldn't have been talking to me like that. So we're now seeing that the problem is not all Mildred, it's you too. You have communication issues. The problem is not all Mildred. It's your weird ass crying about this damn dog. Want a fucking big ass husky. A husky to lay in the bed. Gone. Next scene. Absolutely not. She had me so hot, y'all. Like, are you serious? What are you crying for? So then we get Yoli and Xander. So they talk about sex, and they are wondering how sex would be between the two of them. Next thing you know, they necking on the couch. I said, oh, okay, get into it. So then we have Aussie and Mildred. So they meet up with one of Aussie's friends who was like, what's going on here? Who is this? That'd have been me. Who is this? How we get here? So they're explaining the process and all this kind of stuff. And her friend asks Mildred, so what is your rush? What's the rush to get married? And this is what got me, y'all. Mildred said, there's no rush. I'm very independent. I'm a single mother. She said that she just wants to be with somebody and wants to know if they are the right person. Mildred, go play in somebody else's face. Because you can be with somebody as you were with Tiff a week ago. You can be with her and know that she is your person. That didn't answer her question as to why you want marriage. So then Aussie's friend clocks her and was like, I know you. So now all of a sudden you're ready for marriage? Aussie is like, I'm scared of being with someone forever. So now Mildred got a little attitude because Mildred is confused because just last week you said that, you could see yourself in marriage now on the third date. Now all of a sudden you don't. What gets me about this process is the people that have issued the ultimatum. The people that have issued an ultimatum are now dating other people who received it. Why do y'all think there would be a different outcome than the person you were with? Why would you pick somebody like that? Doesn't make sense. Come on, everybody. So we get Tiff and Sam, a very tense dinner. So Tiff was like, so when I was yelling and my voice was elevated, did that hurt you? Girl, what the fuck do you think? I promise I'm not built for reality TV. Because why are you asking me something stupid like that? What do you think? What do you think? So Sam was like, yes, her past relationships basically had the same issues. She wants them to start having conversations on the things that they need to work on, and she likes the fact that they did that. So Tiff feels that they can move forward. Girl, Tiff, please. Ray and Vanessa, they're out having a beach picnic. They both agree that monogamy seems stagnant to them. Correction. Vanessa states that Ray is just like, yeah. I feel like Ray is just really biding her time and hoping that on the other side of this, Lexi has realized that they don't need to necessarily get married right away. And feel like they don't necessarily need to get married right away. But it doesn't seem like Ray is like making any progress or doing anything differently. She doesn't seem like she has really learned anything or really wants to make any changes. That's what I'm getting. But I also don't think that Ray even really likes Vanessa. I think she picked Vanessa out of spite to Lexi. I'm standing on that. So they didn't get into this cold ass water together. But in the confessional, Vanessa feels that she is going to miss out on so many people in the world, so many energies, connections by committing to be with one person. But you're in a relationship now. And that's what I don't get about Vanessa. If you are a person that you want to be free and you don't want to be tied down and you don't want to date one and you don't want to be connected to a person forever, perfectly fine. That is your life. But you can't be in a committed relationship with somebody that you know wants to get married and you don't want to get married because of those reasons, but you want to be in a committed relationship. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. So we get Lexi and Mom. So they're hanging out, and Lexi talks about how she isn't always body comfortable. And Ma was like, I love your body. Your body's fine. But I also want you to be comfortable. She was like, so it doesn't have to lead to us, me, chasing you and exoticizing you. We can find intimacy in other different ways. Like, we connect on so many other things. It's a bonus that you're hot. I said, okay, Mom. Talk a good game, sis. That's how you do it. That's how you connect with people. Vanessa, weird ass. So then we have Aussie and Mildred. We see Mildred get out of bed. She goes in the kitchen. She's cleaning up, wiping down the counters. Aussie comes dragging out. And Mildred is like, we need to talk about you not being a morning person. Aussie was like, our schedules are in sync. I mean, aside from you being a morning person. So Mildred starts listing all the things she does. I wake up. I clean up. I cook breakfast for myself. I get myself dressed. Then I cook breakfast again. Then I have to wait for you to get out the shower. It's a lot to do, and it's more than I'm used to doing. So she said that since meeting up with her friend, Aussie has changed. Aussie doesn't do a lot of things, mainly including house chores. So Mildred was like, when we were dating, you said that you would be cooking me dinner. And Aussie is like, yeah, I mean, when I'm back at home, I cook all the time. So Mildred was like, I got to go to your house to get a meal. I said, damn. Mildred got right into it, didn't she? So Aussie was like, well, I've been hanging out with my friends a lot and they've been taking me out to eat. And I've just been, eating takeout. And then I bought a bunch of frozen food. So Mildred was like, look, I don't know that I can trust you because of how you've been treating me. Like, she feels let down. She feels that Aussie was talking a good game and she hasn't followed up with anything. It's all basically been for naught. So she feels let down in a way. And this is another example. Why did you pick somebody who received the ultimatum when you were a giver? I feel like Mildred set herself up for that. Completely set herself up. We get Ray and Vanessa. Vanessa is trying to spit some game to have sex as usual. Ray's not going. They're laying in bed and Vanessa is like, we have a connection and you look beautiful. Have y'all peeped that Ray never gives a compliment back? Ray never gives a compliment back. Ever. We have yet to see Ray compliment Vanessa back. So Vanessa leans over her to turn out a lamp. And next thing you know, we hear some necking going on. We hear kissing. We hear sounds. We hear whatever. So they then pan over to Xander and Yoli, and they getting it popping too. Xander and Yoli wake up the next morning, and they're talking about sex and how they feel afterwards and how they want to do it again. Yoli says that she feels like she genuinely has feelings for Xander now, and it just complicates things for her. Meanwhile, back over with Ray and Vanessa, Ray woke up and the way she was leaning on the side of the bed, full of regret. Full of regret, she had a walk of shame to the living room. So we see her grab her phone. She's looking at her phone, texting her, or whatever. Vanessa's sitting out and eating some food, and it's like, I would offer you some, but this is the worst meal I've ever made. Like, everything is a joke to Vanessa. So Ray wants to talk about what happened last night. Vanessa was like, well, it was great for me. I believe I fingered you. I said, oh. She had to say it like, it just, I don't know. It sounded very crass the way Vanessa said it. And Ray is like, we know what happened. How do you feel? And Vanessa said it was like freedom after being in jail. It was euphoric even. I said, girl, bye. Like, Vanessa is making it seem as if being with Xander is a chore. You were always free to leave. Always free to leave. So Ray tells her, I text Lexi. And I told Lexi. And, Lexi's upset and she's now has to figure out her life without me. And Lexi is talking about how she has to tell her friends and her family and her grandfather. And Ray is in tears. While Ray is going through this very emotional moment, Vanessa is smirking and laughing and smiling. And then Vanessa says, did you mention to Lexi how hot and irresistible I am? And the way Ray looked at her full of disgust, you decided to agree to this show. Lexi, we're going to get to you in a moment, sis. No, ma'am. You don't get to feel this way. Uh-oh. You don't get to feel this way. Is there food in my mouth? Oh, Lord, y'all. Ignore the crumbs. I feel like I had some pizza. But you don't get to feel this way when you brought her onto this show. You slept with the woman. Don't cry about it now. You weren't crying last night, but she had her fingers up inside of you. So we panned over to Lexi and Mal. I'm sorry, I keep calling her Ma. Lexi and Mal. And Lexi is telling Mal how hurt she is. She's upset. She feels betrayed. She's crying. You brought her on to this show. Again, quit playing with your relationships for a check. Y'all could have went to like some type of counseling, a therapist, something. But coming on TV onto a show where you date and live with somebody else for 3 weeks, that was what you thought was the best way to get your person to want to be in a relationship and marry you? Come on, y'all. So Mal is like, I'm irritated as fuck because it's ruining my process selfishly, but most importantly, you will be okay. I'm here for you. I'll see you through this. And she comforts her the best way that she can. Lexi appreciates it, and Lexi tells her that she loves her. Keep in mind, peep game, Mal did not say it back. So we get to Mildred and Aussie, and this is when I said, Mildred, girl, if you don't go take a shot and sit your ass down till we get ready to get dressed and go. So she's in the bathroom doing her hair and her makeup specifically at this moment. Aussie is ironing. I ain't seen nobody iron in years, okay? I don't iron nothing. I only iron if I absolutely have to. I feel just like as a society now, people don't iron like they used to. I remember being in high school and we were like putting creases in our jeans and we were ironing. I don't iron. The only person I know that irons is my dad, because my dad still puts creases in his jeans. He's an old man, so, can't expect too much. So Mildred is like, so when do you need to come into the bathroom? And Aussie is like, just towards the end before we leave. And Mildred is like, what, like how much time? Aussie is like, 15 minutes or so. And Mildred is like, cool. Why couldn't we have this type of communication before? Audrey said I keep calling her Audrey. Because I'm combining their names. Aussie said, we do. And Mildred was like, nah, not like this. Aussie feels that Mildred is saying things on camera to make her look bad. She don't like it. Aussie says that, and she don't want to talk about this either. So Mildred start getting bucked. I don't know who you messed with before, but you got the wrong one. I ain't the one. You ain't gonna get the last word with me. If you don't... Whoa. Why did it escalate? But see, Mildred is used to having that toxic kind of conversation with, I lost her name, Tiff. Because we saw how Tiff wigged out about that dog. So they're used to having these very, very toxic conversations. And because of that, Mildred, that's the way that she knows how to communicate. So Aussie is like, I'm not going to talk to you when you're like this. I'm just not. Mildred said that she's been nothing but nice to her, and Aussie has been disrespectful. Aussie then said, I'm not in a place to talk to you when you're like this. Mildred said, you had 2 weeks to talk to me when I'm calm. You had two of them. So now you're going to get me like this. Eventually, she comes out the bathroom. Did y'all peep how when Mildred was coming out that bathroom and Aussie was going in, Mildred was smiling and smirking? Aussie said that she is a very non-confrontational person. She doesn't do well with confrontation. She doesn't do well with conflict. As an adult, you have to learn to get past that. You just have to. You have to learn how to handle conflict and talk through confrontation. So we're now at this big group date that they always do before everybody switches back to their actual partners, and they're broken up into two different groups, and they're going around talking about their, the person that they're dating. Ray said that Vanessa put ramen down the bathroom sink. I said, I bet that nasty bitch did. I bet she did. Why? So then Xander didn't have anything to say about Yoli, mentioned something about like a bunch of wine corks and bottles on the floor. And Mal is like, yeah, the dog plays with that. So Xander doesn't have anything bad to say. And Mal was like, I think you're lying. All Yoli's quirks and whatever, you're lying or you just don't want to say. I think Xander is like infatuated with Yoli right now, so she might not. But come on, Mal, it made you kind of look away because people got to remember the things that you have a problem with, somebody else won't, right? So Mildred said that Aussie don't talk. Sam was like, yeah, she's very avoidant and she doesn't talk when she's in a triggered state. So, she has to meditate. She talks to her friends. Mildred was like, oh, nope, she's 42 years old. She's an adult. She needs to learn to communicate. Mildred, you got your fucking nerve. You don't communicate either. You don't communicate either. You yell. You're passive aggressive. Then, like, you're passive aggressive, leaning very heavily towards the aggressive side. So Sam said that there was a lot of yelling in the first week, but she vocalized certain things to her, and now it's gotten better. So things are going good with him. Mildred was like, damn, I'm jealous. So then on the other side, Tiff says she is learning to lean into love and to just show up better in the relationship for Sam. Vanessa was like, I got my nipples pierced. Lexi said, that's horrible. Do y'all know how I hollered? Because the whole table was like, oh. Why did Lexi do her like that? Why did Lexi do her like that, y'all? So Lexi then said that she has been living with a person that received the ultimatum, that she is now convinced to marriage. So y'all know Yoli feels away because that's who she brought. So Yoli said that it's been very drama free with Xander. It's been effortless, it's been beautiful, and it's a wonder that Xander hasn't been picked up yet because she's so awesome of a woman. And Vanessa was like, I know. So Yoli said, do you? Do you? So she said, what? I know what value she brings to your life. What value do you bring to hers? And Vanessa was like, I don't know what value she brings to my life. Okay. I'm sorry. Vanessa doesn't know what value she brings to Xander's life. So Yoli is like after 4 years, and Vanessa was like, you know what? I've been blessed with people who just don't require a lot out of me. I said, girl, bye. I don't even care anything else you got to say. I'm so sick of Vanessa. So we then see Ray and Mom. I need to start writing Mal down a different way so that I can say it correctly. So Ray, they step to the side because Mildred brings up who has been sleeping together. It's a little touch and go, so we don't want to really talk about that. So Ray and Mal go over to the bar to get another drink, but really to talk. And Ray apologized to Mal. She said, "What are you apologizing to me for?" She was like, "Personally, I would have never told Yoli if I did do anything." She said, "But you just need to work on your own shit. You'll be perfectly fine." Mal is so mature from what we can see so far. So they go back to the group, and Mildred asks Xander, "Why were you defending Vanessa when the table was defending you?" Xander said that she was confused on what all was going on. Mal said, well, basically, Lexi experienced something with Vanessa that triggered her on one of their dates. She said that she doesn't understand Vanessa's intentions for being there, and Mal said, "To be honest, I don't understand either." Xander gets defensive. "I don't want to talk about Vanessa." And Mildred was like, "But you're defending and excusing her behaviors." Xander doesn't see it that way. Xander was like, "No, I'm not. I just don't want to talk about my ex the entire time." And then Xander gets up and goes stands in the corner like a little weirdo by themselves while everybody else is enjoying the thing. Here's the thing with Xander. Xander still loves Vanessa 1,000%. And the fact that people are throwing out these red flags and these very glaring problems and issues that Vanessa poses, it trips Xander up a bit. It trips her up a bit because these are things that Xander knows are issues, but to have them kind of thrown in your face, and then now people are basically questioning. Now people are basically questioning her about Vanessa. It makes her feel away. She's uncomfortable with it. So she's just gonna, pull herself out. So back over with Vanessa. Vanessa said that the frustration that Lexi has is really with Ray, not with her. Because Vanessa is talking about how Ray is like her best friend and how, they're trying to keep things nice and slow. Lexi said, "Nah, cause y'all fucked. Why?" I said, "Damn. Your slip is showing, Lex." But Lexi was like, "Nah, y'all aren't taking it slow at all." So Vanessa denied it. And I'm like, "Girl, what is you lying for? You know that she told her already. So she knows." So that's when Vanessa was like, "Your frustration is with Ray, not me." She admits that she is not sexually or romantically attracted to Ray. So then it was like, "Why did you sleep with her then?" And Vanessa was like, "Oh, it was an accident." It wasn't no accident. Vanessa slept with Ray because she's really trying to get back at Lexi. She's mad that she was really feeling Lexi. Lexi is really who she wanted. Lexi clocked her once when they were out on their date and then in front of the entire group. And because of that, Vanessa feels away. Vanessa is basically using Ray to get at Lexi. And Ray's being too damn simple-minded to even see it. So Vanessa then was like, "It was an accident." So everybody was like, "I've never accidentally fell into a woman. Have you ever accidentally fell into a woman?" So Vanessa was like, "Okay, fine. Let me just be very honest with you. Ray led my hand into her vagina." I said, "Vanessa, oh my God." So Aussie is losing her mind. Aussie is so uncomfortable. I'm like, they're not even talking to you. They're not talking to you. None of this involves you. Sit back and chill. Sit back. So Lexi really wants to understand why Ray trusted Vanessa enough to let Vanessa fuck her. It's jealousy is running rampant. Jealousy is running rampant. As much as I like Lex, at the end of the day, Lexi, you brought her onto this show. You told her to you brought Ray onto the show. You also told Ray to fully immerse herself into this process. I understand that you don't want it to be with Vanessa because you know that Vanessa is here to play a game. But at the end of the day, that's up to Ray to figure out and to decipher for herself. So let me know what you guys thought about episode 4. Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up the video, turn on the notification bell. I will be back next week with the next group of recaps. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.